Hey crafty friends, this is Denise with PaperKraftD. Welcome to my 100-day project video series where I finish one quick paper crafting project every day for 100 days. I'm hoping these videos will inspire you to develop your own daily habit to practice your craft. Even if you only have 15 to 20 minutes, these videos are perfect for you. So if you're looking for ideas, inspiration, and motivation, I hope you join in and maybe even craft along with me. So let's get paper crafting. All right, so today I'm going to show you an idea for how to use up images from book pages that aren't really something that you're going to be wanting necessarily to include in your journal. As junk journals, we sometimes deconstruct various books that are in bad repair and use them throughout our journals, especially a lot of text like this, right? I mean, this makes a gorgeous background, and of course you can always use this side, but we have these printed images. They're beautiful colors, even if this is not something I might want to include in my junk journal. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of examples. These are all from a number of different Reader's Digest books that I had deconstructed, used the covers and the innards for other things, and they don't have to be just Reader's Digest books. It just so happens that that's what I have handy right now, but I'm just going to give you an idea for how to use these and incorporate them into your journals in kind of a creative way. Okay, so I'm not looking at the pictures when I do this. I am simply looking at the colors. So I'm looking for like greens, like I like the greens on here. I'm looking for some blues. So I like these greens and blues. I like this one. I like some of the colors on this one. So these are all, in their own way, really pretty. So one of the things you can do just to be able to use up these colors and not waste the fact that this has, been printed with a picture is to use die cuts on them. And I particularly like butterflies or things like that. Not that are solid like this, but the kind of more filigree dies like this would be perfect for this. Also dies like this flower thing like this. This would be perfect for this. Okay, so yeah, those are the types of dies that I'm talking about. And you'll see when we go through and cut these that then you have, you're not even going to necessarily be able to tell what the image was. You'll just see the colors coming through in this. And so it just makes it really interesting, pretty, and I like doing these. Okay, so I'm going to put all of these to the side. These are the dies we're going to be using today. So I'm actually going to use this one as well. So, of course you can cut these just like this. That totally works. And I'll show you on this. Like I'll probably just put a couple together like this on a page. I can even do maybe 3 different ones on here. Which another one that I don't necessarily want to use for this. Okay, so do these 3 like this. I'm going to include this here. And this has a magnetic thing, so it makes it kind of easy to do. Let's see, I'm missing a butterfly. Here we go. use that butterfly, and maybe, let's see, can I get that one there? I want to get them inside the pictures as much as possible. Yeah. And then I can probably put in a couple, you know, of these in here as well. You can even use a outline label like this would be perfect. So yeah, it's just a matter of now trying to figure out a way to get as much, you know, maximize the real estate in there while not overlapping ties. All right, got that there, and I've got that there. Okay, great. So that is pretty much maximized, I'd say. Turn on my Empress and run it. Okay, so when you're done and you get all these little, you know, guys punched out, you can see that you don't even see what the original picture was. All you see is the colors. So this one has some great colors. It's got some golds and it's got some yellows. It'll be perfect for a beehive type thing. So yeah, I'm super stoked about that. I've got these butterflies. And you can see that these, I have to take that off. So yeah, I mean, you're not seeing the design anymore. You're just seeing the colors. And it just makes for, you get some really pretty, interesting results sometimes. It's like this one, I love this one. Look how pretty this looks. Look at those colors. I mean, you know, everyone's going to be absolutely different and they're all kind of a surprise, but you see you got the purples and the greens. This one has some different color browns in it, all variegated. Really, really cool results from doing this. Then you get this little sideways butterfly. This one doesn't have quite as much variation of color, but this one sure does. Look at that. That's really pretty. Oh, this one turned out really cool. It has the eye right on the bottom of it. Huh. Now those are all really interesting. So look at those colors that you get. It's just really, isn't that pretty? Just really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up and we'll do the next round. So just a tip, you know, when you're doing these dies, you get a lot of the little pieces in here that you can poke out, you know, this way. But, you know, especially for some of the smaller pieces like that, that can get kind of tedious, especially when they have a lot of little teeny tiny, you know, holes to poke through. You can also use, where's my tool? There's this little tool here that Sidekick makes. So you can scrub it, and that works pretty well too. If you don't have this one, or that doesn't even seem to be working entirely well, you can take some tape like that and just kind of, you know, put it on there, lift it off, especially for all these little teeny tiny small pieces. And some of them, you know, they're kind of deep in this, so you might have to use the pokey thing on some of them, or that. Even that seems to be kind of stuck, but you kind of get the idea. So yeah, that's just a little tip that's, it is sometimes helpful to have different alternatives for getting kind of the recalcitrant pieces out. Just so you get a nice, clean, crisp die cut, you know, the next time around. You can also use it to clean your mat off. So save those. Let's do, this one's kind of dark, but you know, could have some interesting pieces in there, just color-wise. That one, I think all of these have about the same frame. Okay, and then just use some of these colors up in here. And some more butterflies. I always love this. This is my favorite butterfly. And then can I fit this last one in? Maybe, maybe not. You know what? I'm just gonna do it up here where the white part is, because why not? And I'm just gonna get the, yeah, that might be, I don't know that I could fit that one on here anywhere. So we'll just do that. That's good. All right. And then, let's see, I want to do this directly into my little garbage bin. All right. There we go. That'll make it much easier to do cleanup. And I learned this little tip from Rachel at Roxy Creations. Having a little basket like this is fabulous. All right, let's see. Gotta get all the little, oh, I tore that piece, bummer. It's okay. Ah, it's very thin. It's very, very thin. That's the only danger about these kind of little filigree pieces, that they, when you use this really thin paper like this, they can tear. So you got to be a little bit careful with that. Look at that reveal. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that one. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that. So pretty quickly you have, you know, just a really pretty wide selection of some interesting, look at that one, how pretty that one is. Of some really interesting die cuts with also that you did not have to colorize. These are already just in interesting variety of colors all by themselves. Look at that one. I mean, just really interesting, I think. You know, they just add a lot of texture and interest to projects. So that is just a lot of fun. And look at all these. I mean, that's a whole bunch of little die cuts. And then these, I got this one too. That one's really pretty as well. Look at that. Wow. Wow, that one's really pretty. These did not, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more weeding on these. These did not cut perfectly. They kind of tore in a couple areas because they were the ones on the bottom. But even if I only use, you know, even if I cut it and I only use this portion, that's actually just really pretty cool colors. I don't know, I just think it's really interesting. Same with this one. Obviously darker, but still very interesting. Okay, so that's one way that you can do those. Oh, and plus you get all of these, like from the, these little hexagons from the beehive thing. So, and those you can use in projects as well. All right, so, and you can even use like the offcuts. I mean, I don't know that I would particularly use these. I might use like this one where the butterfly is. Like I could cut this in half like this. This would be kind of interesting. Like, and that could be kind of an interesting thing to add to a project, right? So, you know, you just think creatively about all of the things that you've got. You can even use the back if you don't want to use the front for the offcuts. So that just kind of extends the usefulness. Like some of these, you know, this part can probably be thrown away. But the butterflies are always fun to use, even as offcuts. This one would be cool offcut as well, just the side of the butterfly. So you can go through those like that. This is from the inside of the this thing. So I put the butterfly body in there. So that's kind of an interesting kind of offcut thing. So that would be kind of fun to play around with a little bit. The other thing, so I wanted some particular colors for this. And one of the things that I do, if I want, like particularly with the butterflies, like I love this butterfly right here. And I kind of like these colors and maybe even this color or these colors right here. I love these colors, but the problem is that, you know, I want it to be a focal point on a project and I want to be able to attach it and not have to glue the whole thing down. I want it to be able to be dimensional. So there's a couple things that you can do to strengthen that up. One is just to, you know, get the portion that you want and then just apply some, whoops, like this is just some craft tape. I really love the craft tape, especially for like the butterfly dies. It's just very easy to work with because you can tear it just like this. And this particular one that I get on Amazon is, it doesn't have a waxy coating to it, so I really like that, so it can stick to itself. Some of them, they're cool. I mean, I like any of the craft tapes, but some of them you get them and they have like a waxy coating, so you can't, they don't stick to themselves and you can't write on them. Like this one, you can actually, I'll use this piece here. You can, well, let's see. And you can just write on it, right? With a pencil or a pen or whatever. So it just makes it much more versatile. So I really like that. Okay, so I'm going to use this one for this. And kind of want that maybe there. Okay. Look at that. So cool. Look at how nice and thick that is. That's just awesome. So look at all of those. Those are very, very cool. And this is a much, now you've created a much thicker, I mean, it still can tear, but it's much more resilient piece of ephemera. I'm just going to put it with the rest of my pieces here. Okay. So if you want a really sturdy one, the other thing that you can do is take just some packing tape. Yeah, it's a little more fiddly to work with just because it's, oof. Then you have to cut it and stuff. So it's a little more tricky to, cut it. All right. And then, yeah, I just want to get it to the next, like you can kind of see because it's shiny where the next piece should be, and kind of keep it flat if you can. This is not the best packing tape. This is just from the Dollar Tree. So some of them are a little bit higher quality, thicker, and easier to work with. And this one's not the very best, but it'll work for this purpose. You can overlap them a little bit if you want, but that isn't necessary. Okay, so, shoot. Don't do that. I'm just trying to do it one-handed, and that did not work very well. Use two hands to lift this up, and then you can just, cut around it. Okay. So you can see, if you really try, you can still tear it. It's not a perfect solution, but yeah, it does make it much sturdier. And if you don't have a laminator, this is a good alternative. I have laminated the sheets in the past. Even just taking two pieces of paper together, putting it through the laminator, and then each of the outsides get laminated. The back is not laminated like this side is. And that lamination is a little thicker than this will be. And so that's even more protective, which is kind of nice. And you know, you can do this on the other side too, although I kind of like this because then you can glue the back. If you leave it unlaminated, it makes it a little bit easier to makes it a little more flexible, I guess is the word I'm going for here. All right, I want some of these colors. I want to see the differentiation. So as you do this, you can start seeing how your things are going to turn out. I want this top part to be blue and then the bottom part to be this orange. I think that'll be really, really pretty right there. Give a little bit of room there. Okay. All right. Put that there. I'm going to run this through this way since this might be a little tall that way. Look how cool that one looks. Ugh, I love that. Even that offcut is very, very cool. Look at the gorgeous colors on these. Oh my gosh. Look at those. Are they not stunning? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, I forgot to include that one too. I mean, it's just a partial, but look how pretty that is. Oh, gorgeous. So pretty quick, you have a bunch of fodder that can be used in your journals, in your planner. Look at that. That one's nice and thick. So just really, really fun. All right, I'm gonna make a few clusters just really quick to just kind of show you how these can be used. All right, so I'm gonna put this over here. I've got these little labels. Oh gosh, all right. Just like that. Super fun. Wow, something like that would be really cool, huh? Or even like that. I love that one. I love the colors on this one. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? And it just really shows up on the white background like that. I really love that. That one looks really cool. Okay, I'm gonna take the white because that's just what I'm feeling right now. I love that one. I really love that one too. That's really pretty. The kitty cat. That one's pretty as well. Oh, there's two. Oh my gosh, that might be my very favorite. Look at those colors. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Okay. So let's see. I want to pull maybe a couple of those colors in here somehow. Okay. Yeah, I want that color to pop. So I'm just going to use my tried and trusty true pumice stone. Just going to use it on the edge. Oh wait, this is the side I want to use. I mean, that's an interesting idea. I don't know. Let's see, what else do I have? My little bag of tricks here. Ooh, look at this. I could do like a patent. There we go. And we always need a little bit of fabric. Something, just a little something. Let's see what I have. What would be pretty? I don't want to do that one. Just used that one the other day. Ooh, I like this color. This is nice and tie in the blue, maybe. That might be a little too light. Let's see what else we've got. I always love this. That's always interesting. Okay. And just a little, I don't know, a little piece of lace or something, like a whitish lace would be pretty. Could do maybe something like this. Okay, I'm kind of liking this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and staple this to this because pretty much love that. And I pretty much want it centered, so I'm good with that. Maybe I'll just center the whole, or let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and staple that once. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll staple this entire thing to the back of it. That's a little fiddly, huh? It would help if I sewed it together, but I'm not feeling that right now. Maybe I just put a little bit of glue. How about that? That would help, wouldn't it? Okay, I think I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not. Okay, so just use a little bit of, let's just use a little bit of glue on here. There we go. Okay, and I don't want it completely even, just want it a little bit cattywampus. Okay, add this little, that thing there, and then that kind of like, I'm gonna have to put this on something else so that I can staple that whole thing to this. That's not really gonna work. What could I use? Do I want black? No, no, I do not. That's way too dark. Okay, let's see what I've got here. What could I use? Okay, maybe it's not in there what I want to use. Maybe what I want to use is in here. Maybe. How about No, that's too much white. I don't like all that, like that. Well, that might work just like that. Let's see if I can, ugh. Okay, so that's that, and then I can just glue that, the back of this to the back of that. How about with a little bit of, actually it looks like it's attaching. I'll just use a little matte medium right there. About the body. Ooh, you know what I want to do is, oof. I don't want to lose that little guy. I want to cut one that's in the metallic. Of course I do. Because I was just finished. And now I'm not finished. All right, I'm doing one more pass through the die cut machine. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's definitely it. That is definitely what I want to do. I want to show you this too, because this is going to be kind of cool. So if you do this out of a solid color like this, so you get, you know, this gold right here, then you can use like this one and layer it up on top. And doesn't that look cool? You can even just staple it just like that. Doesn't that look fantastic? Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Again, I'm gonna just slightly offset this on here so it's not like directly on top, but so that it has more of a, like a shadow in there. Do you see how this? All right, I really love the way this little cluster turned out. And I want to make just a couple more really quick so you can see that it's pretty easy to put together these little clusters to make really beautiful ephemera. I pulled this one, and this is one of the ones that I used the tape, the packing tape over the top. You can see it's a little bit shiny. And I'm just going to back it with one of these white background pieces. And again, I'm going to offset it just slightly. And then I think I want to add like maybe one of these to the back of this. And let's see, that would look really cool on that too. What else do I have? Maybe this. That would look kind of cool too, huh? So now, really, I just want to add a little bit of some lace here. It kind of gives a nice little contrast, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm thinking of something subtle, like, you know, just some tone on tone maybe, just to add a little depth and texture. And then let's see what else I can add to this. So it feels like it needs a little bit of something more. Maybe something like this. That work on the edge like that? What do you think? What do you think? Right there? Or does that just look strange? Doesn't really fit, does it? No, and it kind of detracts from that, so I don't really want that. Yeah, that just has too many holes. I like this. This would be kind of fun. But it's not really going to stand out, is it? Unless I just have it hanging. Could just have it hanging. That would be kind of cool. I also have one in gold. Yeah, but again, think it's too stark. Maybe I could offset it again. What does that look like? That actually looks kind of cool. I'm gonna get a gold pin. That looks kind of cool, huh? Yeah, I might want to add something else there, but I can, you know, this is good for now. Kind of gives me a little starting point. And then all right, so these are my makes for day 5 of the 100-day project. And again, you know, we just made a whole mess of just amazing little pieces of ephemera, little die cuts that we can make into gorgeous ephemera for our planners, scrapbooks, memory keeping albums, and journals. So yeah, super, very, very, very cool. A whole bunch, pretty easy peasy. And yeah, I really love it. And having these handy like this really streamlines the creative process because these are already colored for you. So you don't have to go in then, and it's one less step. You don't have to go in and colorize it. You don't have to, you know, play with your inks and stuff like that. And there's times when you want to do that, but there's times where you just want to kind of, you know, add a little focal point to a project and then be done with it. So this is great to have these on hand for those types of days. All right, they add they add a lot of depth, a lot of dimension, and a lot of interest. I hope you enjoyed today's video and that you found some ideas and inspiration to develop your own daily habit and to practice your craft. That is, after all, what the 100-Day Project is all about, that we inspire each other, that we build community, and that we just really get motivated to express ourselves creatively. If you enjoyed today's video, please give this a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I really would love to hear what you're doing and what your plans are for the 100-Day Project, or if you're just enjoying watching everybody's videos, that's okay too. And if you haven't yet subscribed and you enjoy this kind of content, I hope that you do so and that you share my channel with your friends. I will continue posting videos for this 100-Day Project if I get community involvement and people seem to be enjoying these videos. I will continue to do the 100-Day Project regardless, but I just might not post it on social media as frequently if I don't get that kind of involvement and engagement. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Again, this is Denise with PaperKraftD, and craft on.